Ja, det er mange ting som er men det er utrolig imponerende at vi prøvde å få det til. Jeg synes det både var morsomt. Altså, dette er jo på en måte en setting som vi kjenner ganske godt fra før. Vi har jo prøvd å gjøre bakgrann og sånt i kanalen selv.
Og vi kjører deg hjem da.
Vi kommer faktisk opp på det høyeste delen. Dette er liksom det å henge med kompiser på den måten da. Og ikke bare snakke spille. Det er jo liksom bare eksistensiell angst og sånt som kryper inn i samtalen og sånt. Men det som jeg synes er det som løfter den filmen, det ekstra siste hakket som gjør at jeg synes dette er fantastisk. Det hakket er jo den der å eksistere. Hvilke grunner skal jeg finne til å stå på hverandre? De verden bedre sted at jeg fortsetter å være med platen. Det er så mye eksistensielle spørsmål som handler om å eksistere, altså egenverd og alle disse tingene. Som treffer så utrolig klokkelig, særlig fra en av de to skuespillerne her. Så en av de tingene som er at man har en av de tingene som er det fattigste i en lemma, som er det siste hjelpet. Han er ikke så fattig. Han er ikke kjent til det bare. Og interessant da, altså at du får den koblingen. Det er en av de tingene vi snakket på. Det var veldig gøy.
Det var David, så var det en bil som gikk igjen.
Og bracelet, og så sitter vi laget på barnstedet, så er det gjennom problemet med Angel. Altså de har laget en figur, en barnestedsfigur, digital, som er 3D-modell, som de styrer virkelig bra. Så det sitter en ekstra kontrolleren, styrer den. Ja, for det er i samme bil. Og jeg skal være heldig at dette er jo ikke bare animert i øvrigt. Det er jo det er faktisk styrt som en sånn digitalt blokkrater med en roll i mye. Som ligner en figur som animeres inn hos oss. Yes. Og det er jo litt kult. Men for det å lage maskiner det er jo en lang tradisjon, og det er spennende. Vi har sett masse av det. Vi har laget en del av det selv, så er det ikke klart. Lagt en spesial på reisen. Det er rett ut fra juleserveren og ut. Og så synes jeg det er litt gøy da. Nå har vi fått 2 dokumentarfilmer i år som begge to tar spillene veldig på alvor, og som er interessante på hver sin måte. Det var Ghibli, så er det Grand Theft Auto. Jeg synes begge de to gir fine perspektiver i
Alle skal ut nå, ass.
Det var en kul kjempespill som du skal før da. Så de gjorde det faktisk. Det ble årets norske film. Det er kult. Det kommer på Netflix 8. oktober. Det er like før den slippes på hele verden også, så det blir spennende å følge på der altså. Og så er jeg veldig spent på når Grand Theft Auto dukker opp også. Jeg har lyst til å se den igjen. Det var en veldig fin seriefølelse.
Men det var en sånn lenk kartene.
Den går da 20:30 i kveld på
Kunne du kjørt meg til Bjørndal stasjon? Det er bare rett opp. Bare si hvor det er du så.
2024.
Det er bare å følge denne veien opp. Ikke noe svinger eller noe sånt, bare følge denne veien.
Jeg pleier jo som regel å bare ta en liten sånn nyhetssveip før den spannen her, for å se om det skjer noe svært og nytt og sånne ting. Og da hadde det nå da, bare en liten sånn kuriosa sak som jeg bare har lyst til å nevne. Og det er Eurogamer som rapporterer at Google researchere nå har klart å gjenskape Doom ved hjelp av AI. Så du har hatt en AI som har bare sett på gameplay-klipp fra Doom, og så har de på en måte laget en spillbar versjon av Doom, bare basert på det. Så det er det eneste det har gjort. Så, ja. Men det er jo lettere å lage spill, da.
Det er vanskelig å gå inn i bilen.
Lettere å plagiere spill.
Ja, det er en strøm.
Men jeg ville jo bare nevne det, for det har noen implikasjoner.
Teknologi er kult. Noen ganger. Spørs hvordan det blir brukt.
Ja. Det er kanskje noen som sitter på Ubisoft og bare hei!
Ja, Ubisoft hver gang.
Ja, kan lage 1 og 2 og 3 og 4 på en gang, ikke sant?
Hva heter det?
Trenger bare lage det en gang.
Firmaet som lagde Palworld.
Ja.
Nei. Men akkurat det med Google AI er litt morsomt da, fordi det forrige vi hørte fra Google var rådet til kompetanser. Det er eksempel folk som bare kan komme og gifte seg selv. Der er vi.
Jeg begynner med en sak som vi har fått litt sånn pepper egentlig hele tiden mens Develop har eksistert. Så er dette en spillserie som folk har spurt oss da. Hvorfor snakker vi ikke mer om det? Det er neste år er det 30-årsjubileum for Heroes of Might and Magic. Da kommer det et helt nytt spill i Heroes of Might and Magic-serien som heter Olden Era. Det vet jeg, det var mange som ble innbare glad for, og jeg har ikke noe sånn nært forhold til serien selv, men tenkte, ok, la oss takke med denne i hvert fall.
Ja, dette er en serie som jeg har spilt veldig lite selv, men jeg har hatt veldig mange venner, så jeg sitter over skulderen til folk og sett på veldig mye Heroes of Might and Magic.
Jeg tipper det blir...
Det hørtes arrogant ut hvordan han sa han hadde veldig mange venner. Synes han resten av det ikke hadde noen venner i det hele tatt.
Så denne er kjapt at det norske spillet The Holy Gosh Darn, som heter Den hellige fy flate på norsk. Det er kjempebra stilt. Det er utsatt da, ikke så lenge, 3 uker eller noe sånt, fra da 5. september til slutten av september. Jeg tror det er 26. september. Jeg tror også han skrev på sosiale medier at de har jobbet alt for hardt med dette her, og alt for lenge, til å bare slippe det uten den hypen som det fortjener. De skal bruke det for å gjøre folk litt gira på det. Vi nevnte også at
Det var rett der ved busskiltet. Ja. Jeg må også bare få tatt ut tingene. Det blir ikke noen buss som det går greit. Ja. Ses kanskje neste uke da. Ja. Adios. Hallo.
Wars Outlaws inn i spalten. Og det er jo sånn da at noen har valgt å betale ganske mye penger for det spillet her. Vi snakker 1100-1200 kroner for en sånn Digital Deluxe Edition. For å kunne spille det noen dager tidligere. Jeg tror de fikk tilgang tirsdag. De har nå fått beskjed fra Ubisoft om at sorry, men dere må starte på nytt. Fordi det kom en patch som ødela de seriefilmene. Så... Og det er litt morsomt å se hvordan de formulerer seg også, fordi de beskriver det som en ting å forvente, da, for det er jo en early access-periode. Dette er ikke sant, en early access, det er 3 dager til lansering, så kaller vi det early access.
Men i stedet for å betale mindre...
Det er jo tidlig tilgang per definisjon.
Ja. Men i stedet for å betale mindre, som du vanligvis gjør på early access, så betaler du mer.
Ja. Så de måtte begynne på nytt, men ikke fortvil. Hvis du er i den situasjonen, det er bare på test 5 at vi snakker dette her har skjedd. Hvis du er i den situasjonen, så kompenserer jo Ubisoft deg med en ny trinket til Trailblazer, som er skipet ditt. Det er jo sånn ting som bare får skjepet skipet ditt og ser mye kulere ut. Det er sånn ting du kan henge på det, sånn liten sånn nøkkelrom ting. Og under Ubisoft Credits, som du kan bruke da Ubisoft for å kjøpe Star Wars.
Det eneste riktige.
Da får du på 100 credits, bare sånn for å sette det i kontekst med meg. Er det liksom en halv sko, eller er det...
Nei, du kan kjøpe, jeg tror du kan kjøpe skin til, også til genseren og selv hvor det er på ja.
Jeg føler den åpenbare tingen hadde vært å refund de ekstra pengene.
Ja.
Det skjer ikke.
Nei.
Men det hadde vært det korrekt å gjøre.
Ja. Og det er også, dette er ganske spesielt også. Så,
Ja.
Yes.
Ja.
Fått en ny grunn da, til å ikke betale for de ekstra dagene tidlig. Det kommer et spill neste uke som har akkurat det samme. Nemlig Warhammer 40K, Space Marine 2. Det er også sånn tidlig tilgang for de som har kjøpt en dyrere versjon av
Oh, the new Warhammer game. I want to play that.
De får bak alle periodene. Og det er et store selskap som ikke har selvfølgelig sånn ting kan skje, og det kan skje før at kanskje har påvirket Mercedes og sånt. Men når de prøver kun hele veien som har ekstra, da er det ikke, og da er det, nei, shit, ja.
Ja, såpass på din save også nå, Nick.
Ja, fordi hvordan gjør jeg det?
Nei, du spiller på PS5, ikke sant?
Ja.
Nei, jeg tror at hvis du bare sørger for å ikke installere den patchen som kommer og går.
Mapp ut kabelen.
Ja, ok.
Ta ut internett.
Ja, det kan at det kanskje funker. Jeg vet ikke om det må være om å spille.
For hvis jeg må det, så har det et lite problem. Da må jeg stoppe matchen i det jeg ser.
Jeg satt sånn, mens jeg satt og spilte Blacklist tidligere i dag, så jeg at PS5 begynte å laste ned en patch. Da sa det ikke, da prøvde å stoppe da, at det skulle bli installert. Og for å beholde den der, ok, jeg vil ha den glitchen litt til bare på gøy, liksom. Ja, så tenkte jeg, vet du hva, det er litt buggy på PS5. Litt sånn slowdowns innimellom i overganger fra sted til sted og sånn. Jeg installerer patchen. Jeg klarer det, skal det gå for.
Det har gått en patch på PS5.
Ja, det har det altså. Fullt spillbart, men litt for store slowdowns sammenlignet med presentasjonen. Og så har CD Projekt Red sendt ut en pressemelding om tingenes tilstand, egentlig. Det har vært en sånn investor eller et eller annet, hvor de bare forteller hvor landet ligger og hvordan det ligger an med de forskjellige prosjektene sine. Det mest interessante der var jo at The Witcher 4 er så å si ferdig med preproduksjon og går over i full produksjon soon. Kan si det. Så mest sannsynlig er nok det første nye svære greiene som kommer fra de da, The Witcher 4. Jeg tipper 2026 da, tidligst, kanskje. De sier også at det skal komme mer animasjon basert på Cyberpunk, men da mest sannsynlig er det ikke en fortsettelse av Edge Runners. Det blir noe nytt fra Cyberpunk, kanskje. De har rett ut sagt at de er ferdig den rollen, den historien. Hvis de skal gjøre noe nytt, så blir det et annet perspektiv. Og så har det vært Nintendo Direct, som ble innledet av altså det var først Indies, Nintendo Indie et eller annet, Showcase. Nei. Ja. Og så en partner showcase, stemmer, så ikke noe eget Nintendo-greier. Jeg skal ikke gå gjennom alt, for det var ganske mye som ble vist fram, og hva skal vi si, få sånne kjempesvære ting. Men jeg har bare notert noen ting her som, hvis man kaster ting på veggen, så ser man som jeg setter på plass, skriver på gulvet, så beholder jeg det som henger på veggen fortsatt. Hvis det hvis det er noe jeg virkelig har glemt. Yes. Men det vi alle elsket var jo nye traileren fra EVA, som vi spilte til pris. Det fikk også dato. 15. oktober kommer det spillet. 15.
Ja, det ser bare bedre ut på veien. Det virker som de har introdusert litt combat og litt nye mekanikker, så det er veldig spennende.
Og så kommer det en samlepakke med Tetris. Det er ikke bare Tetris, det er Tetris 2, og det er masse Tetris-spill.
Ja, dette er, hvis jeg har skjønt det riktig, så er dette her de samme folka som lagde den der The Making of, var det Karateka?
Ok.
Og en del andre sånne samlegreier. De har lagd en om Jeff Minter og sånn.
Ja.
Og det er ganske kule pakker. Det er sånn dokumentarspillpakker. Ja, hvor du får på en måte alle versjonene av Tetris, da, i det tilfellet her. Men i tillegg også mye og dokumentarmateriale om skapelsen av Tetris. Det er veldig bra. Så det er veldig stilig. Så hvis jeg har skjønt riktig at dette er en av de, så er det resten mer verdt.
Det er overraskende underholdende.
Ja, ikke sett den. Den må du lage en spillfilm.
Ja, det gjør
Da må vi gjette, helt klart.
Tetris Forever heter den samlepakka, i hvert fall, og den er på vei. Det kommer en remake av The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky.
Det stemmer. Det heter da The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky First.
Ok.
Hvis jeg har forstått riktig. Dette er jo en serie som jeg hører ikke om den fra veldig mange, men de som jeg hører om den fra, er utrolig positive.
Det blir jo beskrevet litt som en serie som litt sånn urettferdig av mange skikken fra
hits the top and stops for a moment and sinks in.
lower?
No, there's no bucket nearby. In fact, there's buckets around in the farmstead, and there's rope, but there's actually no bucket and rope left around.
How curious does this seem to you, Brad? Is this something worth investigating, or should we carry on?
This wells can be the life source for anything. It could be where it all started.
Well, I do want to get a good look at this water before we follow this trail. I go to the barn and start looking around for a bucket.
I'll go find there's a bucket. No, yeah, you find it.
Still hold your feet.
No, that's fine, Rudy.
Just hold on to his legs.
I throw the bucket down and then start to pull the rope to pull it back up.
It's lighter than expected. The end of the rope goes up without the bucket, and attached to the end of the rope is this black goop, slowly corroding.
Don't touch it. Let it go.
I drop the rope.
That's not great.
I would say that this farm has a water problem.
You should add that to your list of rules. Beware the black goop.
Well, I already have a rule in here for such a case.
Of course.
You've heard
Rule
of
number 95, never trust a drink you didn't pour yourself. Could be poison.
So yes, the bucket from the well.
If they had poured me a drink, I would have known not to trust it.
It's fair.
It's in the rules.
That's a really good rule.
Thank you. You never know when somebody might try to poison you. It was my father's. That doesn't really answer your question. I just wanted to tell you that.
I'll write it down in my book later. I'm kind of scribbling some of the rules as you say them in my book.
Either you have a flask.
Of course.
Can I borrow it?
What do you
am I
bring?
gonna get it back? And are you gonna throw it in the acid goop?
May try to scoop up some of the scoop.
We just tried with a bucket.
How deep is it?
This flask,
It's about 30 feet down before you're.
Wood
Can I
versus
mage
glass.
hand?
Different.
you can borrow this flask.
I wanna. Okay, Rudy, grab my feet. I know you want to do this.
All right.
And I want to dip down just enough so I can scoop up some of the goo with my mage hand. Okay. Does it come up? Yes.
So not the hand.
No, to the hand right there. And I'm gonna hold it for us to look at.
I mean, don't smell
It's a
it.
black goop shot through like octarine.
Octarine.
What does it smell like?
It smells like.
I told you I sensed death in this place. This is death.
Let it go back in. We
Death
don't need to
and
take death with
gasoline.
us.
Death and gasoline? Sounds like a heavy metal.
I'm gonna pour it on the ground beside
Just
the
heavy
well.
metal.
Okay. Dropped on the ground beside the well. It sinks and shudders slowly as it floats.
Let's follow the fence. See where they go.
We should alert the town when we get back to put a sign up near this well saying that it is contaminated and not to drink any water from this well.
Well, if this well is contaminated, I don't know if any others around town will be contaminated. We should warn everybody.
What if this affects the entire water supply? This could be a major issue for Tierhaven.
Could affect a lot of families, including my own.
Yes, we don't want anybody else bursting into monstrosities. This has been a very concerning day. Yesterday, all I had to worry about were ducks.
Same here.
It's way bigger than ducks.
Yes.
Of course it's bigger than ducks.
We should follow the trail.
I mean, we did just chop the heads off of an entire family.
I didn't.
I did what I had to do
You did what you
to
had to
save
do. You did what you had to do.
the souls of my friends.
I guess that red huntsman never really left, did it?
Just buried a little bit deeper.
Let's follow this trail.
Into the woods.
Let's go. Be on your guard.
Always.
Instead of moving.
Yes. How is that not? Be on your guard is obviously like I have like 8 rules that basically say be on your guard in some way, shape, or
Very,
form.
very much repetitive.
Always have a plan of attack. Rule number 1. That basically is be on your guard.
All right. Then off we go.
What time is it now? Let's check your watch. You set out here in the early afternoon, and it is approaching autumn, and so the days are getting shorter. So it's probably the light is beginning to die down. It's more like close to sunset around, say, now for the time that's past exploring. Also, did you want to take a short rest or anything before you head on?
I mean, I'm doing okay. How about you?
I could use a bandage.
I would love a short rest. Okay. If we have, we could camp out in the farmhouse. So as you take your short rest, the time passes to probably the early evening, around supper time. And as the light begins to wane, you can see traces of that Danforth talked about, refracting
Just in the air.
in the air, off the buildings, off the plants, and certainly echoing out into what's the well and the ship.
I walk up to the well just to peek over and see what's going on there.
Walking back to the well, that puddle that you dropped, that was dropped earlier, is dropped. And thick mist stifles the breath.
It's hard to breathe this stuff in. Raph, have you seen any of this before?
No, this is very strange.
It's getting dark, so if we're following a trail into the woods, it's going to be difficult to see.
As you adjust your eye patch.
Some of us are going to have problems in the dark, in the woods, at night,
I can hold on to my tail.
where enemies can get the drop on us.
We'll keep an eye out for you.
Keep your senses sharp. Dark or light, hone them senses.
We should. Now, is the light coming from the farmhouse again? This color emits
Whatever it is.
from the rocks and the grounds and is carried through this mist, but it predominantly reverberates up the well and around the area of the shed. We should go check out the shed again.
Instead of following the prints.
I think we should still follow the prints, but the shed might give us more answers.
Let's take a look.
I wanted to head to the shed. Okay. You return back to the shed. And you can see refracting in the light are flecks of small stones. And we couldn't see these before. There were bits of rock earlier, but now you can see them much more clearly. The glint of recognition. There's a glint of recognition that you realize what this is. There are stones that glow off in a rough, dusky purple. Very small fragments, maybe the size of a small, no larger than a chip or pebble here and there. But now in the night, it's much more obvious that there's fragments floating around here.
I reach out to pick it up.
I wouldn't touch that.
What is it?
Is it? It's delirium.
Bigger.
Yes.
Is it magic?
It's dangerous.
Delirium.
What's it doing out here in our town?
I've heard tales.
Delirium is
Nothing.
one of the
Nothing but
most
stories.
dangerous substances in our world. The Academy warned me to let them know if I saw any of this, and I really didn't want to believe it until right now. This confirms that potentially what Gunter
here. I've heard of it, but it's only in that cursed city, miles away.
Leagues.
Leagues,
Yes.
streets away.
This is crazy.
This is not good. It could also explain the issues with the well and those creatures we saw on the farm.
I came to this town because nothing happens in this town. What's Delirium doing in this town?
This is why we need to follow that track.
Is the Academy looking to clear this up?
They will be. We must notify them immediately.
Can we send a message? I can send Houdini.
You have the means to contact me at the observatory. Yeah. When we get back to the observatory, we must send a message and alert them.
Should we do that now? Or should we wait and go see what the...
I think we should follow the trail. Are the tracks fresh? Are they old? Make an investigation check. Dream. 6. No idea. I mean, Rudy, do you think this could have happened recently? Or is this a cold trail? Because
Check it? I can't tell the way.
yeah, but at this stage with the rain and the mist and darkness,
It's been hours. It's hard to tell.
Rudy, I say that if there is other creatures lurking about, we need to put them down before they cause mayhem in this town and spread panic.
We need to protect our family.
We need to protect this town. I say we follow the trail, see where it leads us. If we get into anything too crazy or we wander too far, we head back and alert the Amethyst Academy immediately.
How familiar are you with this area, Rudy?
The back of my hand.
Then you must lead us.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Fast
I know it
pace.
like the front of my hand. It's not as good, but I mean,
How many fingers do you see?
I see 5. Why are you laughing? Onward!
Onward.
Quick pace. Let's go.
Yes, Bruce.
That's rude.
Rudy.
No,
He's really bad with
You can
names.
call me Sheriff. Let's go. And then, so we're like doing a jog, kind of watching out for where the steps
Okay.
are. So, tracks. I can see the dark, so.
If we move quickly,
So Rudy, you're going to be taking point on the.
Yeah.
Actually, I think
Axes
I'm going
out.
to send Bruce out to take point.
Yes. Or he's gonna go out.
He's going to go out, and he's decided he's interested in what's out there, and I'm going to follow him. Okay.
I take the
Follow
back.
him
Following along the tracks, these prints are massive claw prints. Whether they are that of a beast or a massive foot is hard to tell. But the foot is some 12 inches long and at least 6 inches wide. It's a huge footprint, literally. And it paces with a wide stride and sometimes claw marks as if whatever it is alternating between running on all fours or not. And as you continue forward through the forest, give me, you're following the trail. Are you trained in nature or survival?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm trained in survival.
Okay. Bruce has a keen smell.
So let's see
Will
what,
that help? Yes. Bruce can make a perception check.
Keen hearing and sight.
You can make a perception check, and you can make a survival check.
Using my perception?
Yeah.
17.
6.
20. 20. Okay, from Bruce. Though Wilhelm fumbles about in the dark, trying to do it, the two of you are able to follow the trail until it comes to a creek. And the trail stops at the creek.
It doesn't go past.
It doesn't carry through along the other side of the creek.
Can we see if it
This
goes
is-
up or down the creek?
It The footprints stop and are not on the other side.
Does the water look like it has changed color?
The water is about waist deep, the most.
Rule number 6, there's always a trail to follow. We just need to find it.
What if it went in the water?
If it went in the water, what's the current like? Is the current strong?
No, it's lazy.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't give me any clues. Damn it. It's in my rules. There's always a trail to follow.
I send Houdini. Which way does the ribbon or the north side?
Northwest to southeast.
Okay. I send him northwest.
And I'll send Bruce. Well, Bruce wants to go the opposite way.
Okay. How far do you want to send them?
At least 100.
Can you communicate 100 feet?
Okay. The creek continues well past 100 feet along. So if you want to send them further, you can. But you've already trudged about a mile past. This could be a dead end.
Cold trail.
But it's
Such
so big. It must be hurting something. Is there any, Rudy, is there any caves nearby? Any caverns upstream or downstream?
Do I know that?
There could be in this area. There's crags and it's a very rocky area. There are caves throughout the area.
Give me a moment. Is there a sturdy tree nearby?
Yeah, plenty.
I'm gonna climb up as high as I can and try to look for any sort of commotion or movement within the woods.
Okay, it's dark at night.
If I go above the tree line, though, moonlight should grant me visibility over the canopy.
Give me an athletics or acrobatics check.
Is it a pool?
No, it's a waning moon. It was a full moon a couple nights ago.
There's a party in the house.
17.
You climb up the tree to the top. You can see the line of a creek that leads through the forest. Give me a perception check.
17.
Far at the edge of your vision, upstream of the creek, lifting over the forest as the sun comes down, the reddish glow of the sun on the sunset is replaced by an octarine glow at the horizon.
I see something. I call down. There's a glow of that color just down the stream towards the horizon where the sun is setting.
We must hurry.
We need to make our way. See if we can pick up the trail.
I call back Bruce.
We catch up.
Following along the creek widens slightly. And you make some pace through the manufactured forests. As you do, you see the trees are beginning to wilt and die. Something's bark is falling as you come closer and
I'm
you can
just
see
gonna
now in the
quickly
creeks,
stop for a coffee at the gas station.
streaks of flowing. Step of the water. You can hear scratching noises and scrummaging.
I can't see very well down here.
Do you want me to go take a look, or Houdini can see in the dark?
Maybe Houdini. I don't trust you to be sneaky.
I send Houdini to glide up through the trees to see.
Okay, so you're looking through Houdini's eyes as well?
I'm
Or
just getting him, and I'm telepathically just waiting for him to send back
Cool.
any message.
Because again, remember the familiars aren't telepathic; they're empathetic, so they can't say words back to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, in that case, I do
I'll watch your back.
watch my body, and I look through his eyes.
What you do? You see in the woods ahead footprints appearing in the water and along the banks. The footprints that you've been following. They're appearing, and there's a trudging in the bushes, but there's no creature making them. There's just footprints appearing in the forest.
And then I come back and I relay. There's nothing there.
It's not
making
the same.
prints.
The prints are actually coming downstream now, and there's a separate. Whether or not they connect with the trail that you did before, but the prints are walking along the side, and you see them wade into the creek, and the prints are heading downstream.
Now they're coming our way.
I'm gonna use. I'm gonna do the same thing with Bruce. It says he can detect invisibility within 60 feet. As I see it, I look for the prints.
And so can Bruce detect invisibility or see invisibility?
Detect within 60 feet of the Tressum. Magical invisibility fails to conceal anything.
Cool.
From the
From the Tressum itself.
Tressum site. Yeah.
Okay. Bruce responds back to you and says, this creature is
BRB.
It's looking for something.
Looking. Maybe for the same stuff as before?
Is it pacing? Is it backtracking?
No.
Is it...
It's still coming towards us. It's not coming towards you. It's on the other side of the creek, walking down the creek. And you see here the footprints. downstream or upstream? Downstream. There's a deer downstream drinking at the creek. It's moving towards the deer.
Get the deer.
Do we capture the deer?
Is it hunting?
Are we hunting?
You know how bad those things can go.
When it walks by the creek, is
And
there...
I'll make stealth checks as well.
14.
11.
14. Okay. The creature's attention, the footprints are focused on the deer. And then suddenly, a brown cloak appears in the mouth. As this massive form, almost 12 feet tall, lurches forward and mauls the deer, snapping its neck. Now's our chance.
To take it?
Yes.
Are we killing it? Can we take it?
Is it a beast? It is shaped like a man with dark purple skin, but a man of monstrous proportions.
Familiar face? You seen him around?
The hood conceals the face.
Sneaker. Go straight in.
I'm sneaking. And with that, I jump into the nearby tree and hide.
Okay. It pulls the hood over itself and disappears again. You kind of follow footprints in its mouth as it walks along the side of the creek. And you can hear the sound of the deer. The deer is being dragged
By what part?
by its legs.
Both legs?
The deer has become invisible as well. We should follow it back to its.
Let's do it.
And I'm gonna tell Wilhelm to
Staying in the trees, can I move from tree to tree? Try to follow it?
Yeah. Okay. You're the white bird. Cool. All of you can make stealth checks.
19.
11.
12. Okay. The sound of the dragging deer echoes through the forest as you follow this creature back towards a yawning cavern. The cavern, the flow of water exiting out of the cavern and emptying into the creek, a thick line offering now with the moon hanging over. You can see the water glinting outside the water as it flows out of the cavern. The creature drags the corpse of the deer into the yawning mouth of the cavern, from which no light is seen within.
Say we go after, see what's causing this octarine magic to come out.
Into the cave.
Do you want to bring it out of the cave, or do you want to go into the cave?
I would like to break it out of the cave. I can't see it there.
Okay, so making some noise it is.
Let's set a trap.
We can set a trap.
Yeah. Out. What kind of trap?
I have 1,000 ball bearings.
Rudy, you draw it out into the open.
So make some noise.
Can I... Fine, I put the ball bearings away.
Let me put the ball bearings out, and I'll make some noise, and it can come and trip on the ball bearings. Unless they're too tiny to trip because it's so big.
I mean, they're round and circular, and if there's enough of them, I'm sure it will slip and fall. But I want to collect them again afterwards.
Is it, what's the terrain like outside?
It's a large, rocky area around the cave. The cave itself is a wide yawn, and you can hear this gurgling, piping sound coming up from it as the wind blows across into the trees. Well,
I can get up there.
we're going to become invisible.
I don't know how.
Don't worry. Rudy will
fought some pretty big beasts in my time. I'm sure I'm okay.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna get above the cave entrance.
I understand. And I'm gonna cast invisibility as a 3rd level on me and
Okay.
I'm gonna climb up above the mouth of the cave.
As you prepare to embark deeper into the cave, so we're gonna wrap up. A little bit early, but with 10 minutes left, it's like a 50. I don't think we could. Yeah, they go way over, way short. We gotta
Save it.
This is a cliffhanger.
Save it for next week.
And we're not going into the cave, we're luring it out of it.
Yeah.
Houdini agrees. Good plan.
Well, thank you so much for joining us once again. It feels so good to be back playing some D&D again. A massive thank you to our awesome cast, Jill, Kelly, and Joe, as well as Kyle for working so hard behind the scenes. And all
Thanks,
the amazing
Kyle.
people who contributed to make this possible. We're so glad to have you all back. For those of you hoping to see more from Sebastian, Veo, and Pluto, stay tuned. Stay tuned. That story is not over yet. But the story of Dragonheim is bigger than just 3 characters. There will be much more from them soon. For the time being, our attention will continue on our 3 new heroes as they deal with the perils of the shadows of Dragonheim. Kelly?
Well, we already said our huge thank you to Kyle. Are we doing...
Oh yeah. And as well, big thank you to Tim at Tabletop Audio, who
For the custom soundtrack or the custom
the music for
score?
the intro. Yeah.
For the intro, I hope you guys enjoyed the new introduction. Check out Tabletop Audio. They have great music, great ambient music. It's all free. It's always a great way to energize your own games.
Don't forget to take a look at the links below for our Teespring store, where you can find all your favorite Dungeon Dudes swag, including the yes, Dungeon Dudes logo, and look forward to some new stuff hopefully coming out soon. Or take a look at bit.ly/Dungeon Dudes merch.
Yes.
Still with us.
Yeah. We got all that with us in spirit. The little reference. And of course, if you are enjoying the stream and want to help support our work, please consider checking out our Patreon. You can find it by following the links below or at patreon.com/dungeon_dudes.
We also have a phenomenal Discord community which is exclusive to our patrons. So if you are joining our Patreon, you can join us on Discord and chat with us about all things Drakenheim and any other nerdy things that you feel like talking to us about. We're excited to chat with you there. So we'll see you soon.
Kelly and I post new videos every Thursday on our YouTube channel where we cover everything Dungeons and Dragons, including advice for Dungeon Masters and guides for players. I think this week we're dropping our episode on tieflings.
Hello. If I know Indonesia, the country. I know about the country. I've never been there. I think the closest I have been to Asia is Greece. So. Well, actually, I played the girl from Indonesia. She had bad internet, but I believe she came from Indonesia.
Yes.
Yeah. So check that out, dropping on Thursday.
Be sure to join us live next Tuesday when we record the campaign live on Twitch. Check us out from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/dungeon_dudes. You can also watch the video episodes of the show on YouTube.
And of course, you can find all of Season 1, Dungeons of Dragonheim, that whole campaign available on YouTube, as well as on podcast platforms such as Apple Play, the Apple Podcast, Google Play, and Spotify. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time in Shadows of Drakenheim.
Pirkanmaan uusin McDonald's-autokaista ravintola on nyt avattu Ylöjärvelle. Tule herkuttelemaan. Tarjolla ikoninen Big Mac ja uusimmat kampanjaburgerit, salaatit ja sandeit sekä pirtelöt.
Yeah, a commercial for McDonald's or something.
Tapahtuipa kerran, että pessimisti, optimisti ja saletisti suunnittelivat tapasiltaa. Niinhän siinä kävi, että saletisti onnistui.
Good evening and welcome to...
I'm using a SIM card from Finland, that's why I'm getting Finnish commercials and stuff.
The Shadows of Drakenheim. My name is Ron Martin, and this is the Dungeon Dudes weekly Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition live stream campaign. I will be running the game this evening as Dungeon Master.
And my name's Kelly McLaughlin, playing Wilhelm Wolfsbane, the human swashbuckler rogue. And we're joined today by our good friends.
Jill Denitis playing Rudy Whitaker, the Shifter Eldritch Knight.
And Joe O'Gorman playing Wrath, the Aasimar, Pact of the Tome, Warlock of the Great Old One. Thank you for joining us once again. If you're just tuning in for the very first time, Kelly and I post new videos every Thursday on our YouTube channel, where we cover everything Dungeons & Dragons, including advice for players and guides for Dungeon Masters. Check it all out at youtube.com/dungeonmasters.
You can also join us on Tuesday nights when we record the campaign live on Twitch. Check us out from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/dungeon_dudes. You can also watch the video episodes of the show on YouTube.
Of course, don't forget to take a look at the links below for your Teespring store, where you can check out all your favorite Dungeon Dudes merch. Favorites like Yes, 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 and keep an eye out for some new ones, hopefully coming in soon. But you can check out bit.ly/DungeonDudesMerch.
We're very pleased to announce that tonight's episode has been sponsored by our great friends at Hero Forge. They are in the midst of an awesome Kickstarter campaign for Hero Forge 2.0, which will allow you to order and design custom miniatures 3D printed for your tabletop role-playing games. You can use their web-based tools to fully customize your character's appearance, and new in the Kickstarter, you can add color to it and have that color 3D printed into the miniature and sent to you, or you can have Hero Forge's team professionally hand paint your miniature for you. So if you want to get a really special mini for your next D&D campaign, check out HeroForge.com and use the discount code DungeonDudes to save $5 off for the physical miniature. And be sure to check them out on Kickstarter. The full color miniatures are coming soon. That will be
They're killing it.
with that. Let's see what lurks in the shadows.
Drakenheim is no more. For 15 years, we foolishly believed the madness and mayhem of that crumbling city was confined to the ruins. We were wrong. Insidious horrors have crept out of the shadow of Drakenheim into a world unprepared for such nightmares. Tales of strange magic, swirling haze, and unspeakable terrors echo through the villages and towns surrounding that accursed place. Now, the Dusk Wardens, a new band of heroes, are tasked with driving out the seeping tendrils of the spreading darkness before it takes root.
Deep in the shadows, far from the city of Drakenheim, the dangerous depths of Octorow Forest, not far from the forest village near Tierhead. While Tierhead follow the law are free. during investigating the incident at the old Berlin farm.
Okay, the audio volume is seriously
Monstrous creature
unbalanced.
in the western reaches of the forest, deep along the river, shot through with signs of nutrient, flex, strange material. One of their number recognizes as they have tracked this beast, its invisible body making massive footprints behind falling trees to a large cave just off the street. It's deep. At dusk, the sun is going down as the last dim of light shines through over the bow, but through the forest, it is already become dark.
Oh no.
The sounds of various nighttime animals are nowhere to be heard in this part of the forest. The only sound is the wind rustling through the trees, flowing stream some few hundred feet. What will you do?
If I remember correctly, Wrath, you cast invisibility on us,
Correct?
and you and I are perched. You're off to the side of the cave mouth. I've climbed up above the cave mouth. And Rudy's gonna try to lure the creature out.
Yep.
So, this is your plan.
I believe so, unless we're changing it.
Nope.
This is
Going straight in.
Rudy's gonna make a bunch of noise.
Now, before we do this, keep in mind, this beast might have the capability of speech. It may be able to answer some questions about what has happened here and at this farm. Perhaps it's even somebody who lived on that farm.
Let's let Rudy do some of the talking.
And
Give us the element of surprise.
if need be, we can jump into action.
I'll do my best, but
Just
if it
might-
starts getting aggressive, I'm gonna go in.
And we'll be right there behind you.
Okay. As Wilhelm and Wrath disappear into the night invisibly and take up their positions above the cave and to the side, where are you sending your animal companions?
Bruce decides to mingle on the other side of the cave. He's going to actually he's going to just chill with no, he's going to go with Rudy. He's going to be circling around your legs.
Okay. Houdini will just be with me, kind of perched on my shoulder.
Okay. Step forward.
Yes. And I start banging my on kind of like the plates of armor that I have along my arm, just to like make a little bit of noise.
Clanging of metal against metal resounds through the woods as you walk towards the cave. A awful stench permeates through the air, wafting out of the mouth of the cave like an obese giant with its foul breath on your face.
And I can feel it in my face.
It's kind of warm air out of the cave. It almost comes forth like a violent belch.
Hello in there. Welcome to Tearhaven. Who are you?
You can hear a reply that comes as the rattle of chains.
Well, it sounds like you got yourself tied up there. Do you need a little bit of help?
Hear a low voice that says,
Go away!
Well, I've come all this way to see what's what, and I've heard some things about, you know, big footprints around. I just wanted to see if there's anything I could do to help you out.
not saying it again. Go away.
You hear this sound that comes at the tail end of this growler. It doesn't sound like it's coming from the woods. Whatever's it's like this growling that turns into a screech.
Can I recognize it as something that's hurt? Or something that's in pain?
Make a perception check. Whatever it is, it's not happy.
And is it behind in the cave?
It's coming from the cave.
There's something.
As you look in with your dark vision, you can see that the cave descends sharply in a ramp downward. So, standing outside the mouth of the cave, you don't quite have vision right down to the bottom of where the ramp is. From the cave, if you approach closer towards the cave's mouth itself, you may be able to see further.
Sounds like someone's not having a great time in there. You sure you don't want me to come in and take a look?
There's no reply. Save for the sound of a dragging chain and heavy clawed footprints coming up the cave.
Coming up.
Yeah.
And
There's
I don't
another
see
screech.
Now, mister, I'm gonna have to take a look in there. It sounds like someone's not having a great time, and I'm Rudy. I'm the sheriff of this place, so it's my duty to check it out and make sure no one's hurt.
As you speak, you hear this. The footprints turn into a thumping. Whatever it is breaking into a sprint and is barreling up along the ramp towards you. Pretty quickly. Roll for initiative. Oh boy.
Hey, you're in there, Ricky.
Alright.
Ah, nuts.
Ah, nuts. No.
You got this, Trudy. It's just important you survive the initial mauling, and then we'll be there to help you.
I've been through worse.
Okay. Rudy?
20.
20.
You got this. Yeah, we're fine. You got this alone.
Wilhelm?
11.
And 8.
The oldest gets 11.
Okay. Okay. So, Rudy, as you speak, barreling towards you is a massive, shaggy creature covered in fur and feathers. And it screeches out from a beak-like mouth. Part down the side of its face are several avian eyes and an overall avian face, but it has the body of some sort of ursine creature rippling through as patches of fur and feathers fall out of it, and its hide is shook through with, instead of grays and blacks that you would, or whites that you'd expect from an owl or a bear, it is shook through with purple, blue, and green in its coloration, and its massive hook-like beak is this bright orange yellow, and it is frothing at the mouth, and as it opens its beak, you can see all of these razor sharp teeth incongruent with the beak inside. It lunges up bearing talon-like claws as it rears back towards you, and as it does so, you can see that its rib cage is exposed and its intestines are trailing out down behind it as it comes forward towards you.
What?
Well, see, he's just hurt. He's just angry because he's hurt.
And as it rears back up, actually one of its eyes flops out and is just dangling down the side over its beak.
Do I recognize what this is?
You have seen creatures like this roaming the forest, but but not of this color, nor ones that had been slashed open like this moving around afterwards.
All right.
It is your turn.
Looks like you're a bit injured there, but if you're gonna be nasty, I'm gonna come in at you too. So settle down there, and I come in with my axes and start just kind of wailing on its face.
You have a way with animals.
As before I do, Houdini flies into its face with the help action.
Oh,
to
it's big.
distract it. Oh. Woo. So I'm gonna take advantage on the first one. 19?
That is a hit. Your axe digs deeply into its guts, and several organs start flopping out of it.
7 damage.
Okay.
Another axe comes down. Oh, 10.
That is a miss, I'm afraid. It bounces off of it, and as it does so, you can see that the blood that is coming off of it as you batter into it is well coagulated. Like it's rotted blood in its veins.
I got some interesting liquids coming out of this here bear. 26 to hit with my
That is a hit for sure. Yeah.
Here's the chest.
11 damage.
Nice. Great. Anything else?
I'm not faced with it, am I? Take a step back, maybe one step back. Or maybe I'm faced with it. No, I'm
Yeah.
Okay.
You would need to be
I'll
too.
stay there.
Okay.
Ready my axes.
Howling out and gurgling in its throat, it rears back and bites and claws at you with its beak and claws. Getting a 19 to hit and a 16 to hit.
Use shield.
A shimmering beam of light blocks the impending attack as they fall down upon you.
Nice.
Wrath. You're last, Wilhelm.
Awesome. Wilhelm invisibly leaps, so nobody can see his dramatic leap, from the top of the cave onto the owl bear, sword first.
Nice. So you definitely have advantage from the leap. Do you want to leap on and try to stay onto its back?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to leap onto it, stab the rapier down into it, and then push off and back. So
Okay.
that I use the momentum of the jump to stab and push.
Stop
Roll
the
it.
stream now, so I'm gonna play more Minecraft or War Thunder later, so catch you then.
Both 18s.
I'm gonna pick up my daughter now from school.
So
So
Your
yeah,
blade
goodbye.
drives deep down, coming in just around the back of its spine.